Dobro veče, Divine Pisces, 222. It is Tuesday, August 11th, 2020. I am going to be doing I'm going to start calling these union updates, okay, for today. Obviously, you're going to take it as it resonates. I really like to focus on inner union. Those of you who followed me for a while know that already. I really do like to focus on inner union as the goal. But of course, this can be applied to your connection with your counterpart. So please do take it as it resonates. Clear. It's going to be different for everybody. But I do feel right now the collective, actually it's kind of interesting because this morning on the daily message from Spirit, I was talking about a lot of us are trying to come back into balance. A lot of us have been really off balance. We've been feeling very polarized. We've been feeling too much one way, too much the other way. Really trying to come back into a good place where we feel peace, we feel at ease, we feel at home once again within ourselves. Because there has just been so much turmoil this year, especially, but like really probably within the last couple of months. I feel just a lot of like anxiety, like just anticipation or frustration, really. Frustration, I think, is the main one, okay? And it's almost like we're not even quite sure why we're frustrated. Why are we feeling so tense? Why are we feeling like we can't move? Why do we feel like we can't breathe? You can answer that yourself. I really do feel that a lot of us feel incredibly, incredibly stifled. Like, honestly, with everything that's going on, yes, physically, but it's actually translating a lot into the spiritual way, too. I feel like a lot of people are putting themselves into a box, okay? It's like there's this expectation that you need to be a certain way or you need to act a certain way. In order to be a light worker, and that's just not true, okay? Everybody has their own calling, right? Everybody has their own calling. Everybody has, their own path. So I think, when you try to compare yourself with others, you put yourself in a box, okay? And just because you started off doing one thing or going in one direction with your mission doesn't necessarily mean you have to stick with that, okay? If Source is telling you to change it up, change it up. There's a reason Source is telling you to change it up. Because your collective is changing. Because your message has to change because really whatever reason, okay? Because you have to be in line with whatever Source is telling you, right? I have seen this happen, not just obviously with me, but I know a couple other readers, have kind of changed the way that they do things because it's like the gifts that they once had, it's like the gifts are changing. It's like they don't have the ability to see certain things anymore in a certain way because they're changing. It's like, no, you can't see this anymore. I'm gonna move it this way. You're gonna see this now. This is what you're going to use. This is the gift that you have to offer to the collective, right? So don't be afraid of that, guys. It's the same thing I always say, don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of change. Change is good, okay? Change is happening for a reason. All right? Now, I want to talk specifically about, so the masculine and feminine energies, obviously. Talking about the masculine energy, I just feel like just masculine energy in general is just like, it's this constant back and forth. It's like, again, I know I said yesterday that divine masculine or masculine energy in general specifically wants so bad to trust. They want so bad to trust that, the people around them are good. Because in general, people are good. Honestly, most people are good people. There are evil people out there. Honestly, I don't really think they're people. They're like, they take on the form of people of humans, but they're not. There's something else going on there. Okay, clear. But I won't get into that. However, most people are good, and honestly, most divine masculines are good. They want to do what's right. But see, that's the battle that they're having here is what is the right thing? What does it mean to do the right thing? The right thing for whom? The right thing for you? The right thing for someone else? If you're doing the right thing for someone else, is it also in line with what's right for you? Do you see what I'm saying? It's like, believe it or not, a lot of divine masculines, they a lot of them, it's some of it is selfish. Some of it is, well, they don't want to give up a good thing. They've got a good thing going, financially, status wise. They got this facade that they have this. Let's just say, they have this amazing family, and they're maybe really high up in society, and everybody looks up to them, or they have this position, and if they were to step outside of that, everything would collapse, and they would have nothing. Okay, so there are those who are propping themselves up because that's all they have. All they have are their illusions. All they have are the things that are around them. That's what they feel completes them. That's what they feel makes them whole. And if they lose those things, they would have nothing. When obviously we know that's not true, right? And then you have the other ones who are, genuinely struggling in their situations between what's right and what isn't. What do I do here? I'm in an abusive situation. I want to get out, but if I do that, I'm going to hurt this person, or I'm going to disappoint my family, or I'm going to lose my children, or do you see? So it's like literally caught between a rock and a hard place, and I feel like that's where a lot of the frustration has been coming from, specifically, is from the masculine energy or the divine masculine. So take it as it resonates. This could be talking about your inner masculine, okay? Because we all have both, all right? But I mean, it's just like this whole idea that, oh my God, if I leave this situation, I'm going to have nothing. I'm going to have nothing. Everything is going to fall apart. But I know that the situation I'm in is not good. It's making me hurt. It's making me feel drained. It's not a good situation for me. You see? So it's like this inner struggle going back and forth between literally the ego and the intuition. The intuition's going, you need to go. There's something else you need to do. You need to get out of this. Whereas the ego's like, no, hold on to this, because if you release this, if you let this go, here's what's going to happen. Your whole world's going to crumble. Maybe it needs to. Maybe it needs to. Maybe what you have built, again, is not in line with integrity or with truth or what you know the truth to be. Clear. So again, divine masculine energy is kind of in this whole, basically trying to choose whether they're going to go with their illusions or not. And I know I said this last time, and I really strongly believe this. There's going to be a split. And I said this a while back too, where those who are basically going to choose to believe their illusions, they're going to stay in those illusions. And this could be why I keep picking up something in October. I don't know if that's going to be like the pinnacle. It's like, this is basically it. This is the split. There's going to be, the awakened people, and there's going to be the people who either weren't in line for that. Like I said, I know I mentioned this before. There are souls that are not necessarily conscious. They are there to play a part. But they are in a different stage in their development and their soul development. Okay, does that make sense? We were all there at one point. We were all that at one point. We just kind of like go through stages as we go through different levels of consciousness, right? And then you have the people who choose not to wake up, and they have their own repercussions. They have their own karma to deal with. They may have to do this again. Who knows? Okay. But then there are those of us who have seen the truth, who know the truth. And we're like, we can't go back. We can't go back under that rock. So that's where divine masculine is. It's like he's literally stuck between a rock and a hard place. Okay. And that being said, I mean, I really do feel that a lot of divine masculines right now are in a lot of regret. They're regretting a lot of their choices, especially as comes to, where they're at now, the bed that they've made, so on and so forth, how they've treated maybe their divine feminine. They're starting to see the signs, the synchronicities. They think they're crazy, hearing song messages, yada, yada, yada. A lot of them who have cut off communication or who have stepped away, a lot of them are sitting there going, oh my gosh, I really wish I could talk to my divine feminine about this. The stuff that I'm seeing is crazy. I feel crazy. I know she went through this. But now, I've kind of burned that bridge. I feel like I can't talk to her, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So clear. So I really do feel a lot of them are kind of going through that right now. Now, divine feminine or feminine energy right now really has just kind of moved on into another plane. I do feel that like a lot, it's kind of like, how I talk about the ebbs and flows, how like one twin, whoever the awakened one is, whoever, is watching this, you're the leader, right? So whoever is doing the leading energetically, you're kind of like moving up. You're going up here, right? Where the other one's just kind of like, yeah, I want to go up here, but yeah, you know, they're kind of doing this number, right? But as you lead up and you kind of lose resonance with them, you don't feel them for a while, it forces them to move up a level. Now there is a level, obviously there is free will, okay? So they may choose to stay down here and then you don't feel them, okay? And if they choose to do that and they don't move up, you know, it's not easy for them to do that, just so you know. And they don't move up, then you don't feel them, right? That's when we kind of talk about the disconnect, and we talk about plan B, and you know, who's coming in to help you with the healing, because your counterpart's not there to help you do that. Okay, so that's, you know, that's something that I feel clear is also possibly going to be coming up sometime in October. So those of you who've been doing the work, maybe, and I do feel there might be a lot of unions. There might be actually a lot of actual unions with counterparts in October. But those of you who've been doing the work and your counterpart's either not ready yet, or they choose not to do the work, or whatever it is, whatever it may be, you may have a plan B coming in. Okay. And it could be anything. It could be a person. It could be your mission. It could be, you know, whatever. Okay. Now, some of you, as far as Divine Feminine goes, I really do feel like a lot of Divine Feminines are just cleaning house. Like literally, some of you may actually be purging, like literally purging your home, like getting rid of stuff, like decluttering, reorganizing, you know, going through maybe even like some of your old messages, maybe with your Divine Masculine or with whatever, with your Karmic or whatever it may be, literally getting rid of things, like just clearing the clutter. And I feel like you're also trying to do that internally. Like I think I've said this before also, like you're just literally trying to cleanse yourself, trying to clear out the clutter. And doing it physically and you're doing it energetically, which is good. So what I feel that is, though, is it's almost like literally like your internal, your spiritual is aligning with your physical. Okay, so your 5D is aligning with your 3D. So if you're decluttering in the 3D, you're decluttering in the 5D, you're coming into balance. Like you're having an equal balance of both. Okay, and I know that it's like I would love to stay in the 5D all day because the 5D is wonderful. The 5D is beautiful. In the 5D, I can see, I can do whatever I want, right? You know, and then I come back to reality or 3D, and I'm just like, man, this sucks, right? But it's like when you have that in the inside, you're like, okay, well, I feel good, I feel great. I'm gonna make everything around me reflect that. That is balance. That is peace. That is bringing yourself literally into union. Like you are saying, okay, well my internal is not matching my external is matching my internal, so let's change that. Right? So you're recognizing that. So you're like, okay, I know what I need to do here. Right? Just make sure that you are focusing on both, though. That you're not just focusing clear on one or the other. Okay? You know, I feel like a lot of you are really manifesting right now. A lot of Divine Feminines are manifesting, like, or getting back into manifesting. I feel like we were in such a low energy there for a while. It was really difficult to manifest, or the things that we were manifesting weren't the things that we wanted. Or we were manifesting things we didn't want because we weren't in the right energy. And I feel that energy shifting with Divine Feminine. There's still some regret, though. There's still some, we're not really quite ready to let things be what they are. Does that make sense? It's like we're there. We want to so bad. When we're like, oh, I just want to leave this alone. I just want to say screw this all and just say I'm out or I'm done, or you know, I surrender, I give up, but not quite there yet. Like they ready, just like right there on the edge. And Divine Feminine's like, yeah, I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Right? And then, but still like going, you know, like I'm not ready. But I feel like Divine Feminine's getting there. I really do. I feel like with this purging energy, with like just saying, okay, flush all of this out. I'll be a much lighter when I do that. I will have clarity when I do that. And then I'll be able to say, okay, I'm ready. And then once you jump, that's when the net appears, right? That's when Source is like, okay, so you trust me now. Great. So I'm going to carry you this way. Follow me, you know? I really feel that Divine Feminine's pretty much at that point. So I'd say, those of you who are still in some kind of confusion energy, which it's kind of going in and out here at this point, if you're still in some confusion energy, it's okay. Take a deep breath. You know, do some meditation. Get yourself nice and grounded. Yeah, find a project. Find a project. Something that makes you happy. Something that is cathartic. something that is, you know, maybe meditative, you know, whatever. Like for me, it's my dancing. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been in. I need to get back into it. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I'm right there with you guys. But whatever it is, there's something that just when you do it and you're done, you feel so good. You know, it lifts your vibration. You're like, oh, I feel so much better. Now I can think. That is grounding. That is what I'm talking about. Like, you know, I feel like a lot of you maybe have stopped doing that, you know. Maybe there's a, look, okay, I don't necessarily advocate for watching something to tune out your problems, but maybe there's a show that you love that when you watch it, you can just clear your head. And when you get done with it, you're like, okay, now I can think. Why not? As long as you're not sitting there binge watching and it's keeping you from doing something else, you know, that you need to do, whatever. You know, find something that makes you happy, that gets your mind off of things, that helps you to clear your mind. Some people it's just breathing exercises. Some people it's meditation. Some people it's going for a long walk. You know, whatever. Go hiking. Go do something. Okay? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull these cards and see what is actually, you know, what the deeper meaning is here. See if it's in line, clear. But I really feel that right now it's just all about cleaning the clutter for a lot of people. And masculine and feminine energies, both. Okay. Connecting energies, I mean, I really feel that both counterparts at this point are well aware of the connection. Like there's no denying it at this point. It's really just about fine-tuning the details, right? Bringing it back into balance. All right. So let's see here. So yeah, okay. So first card out, and I actually said this where there was some kind of regret energy coming in, some guilt energy. Hole in the soul is up here. Yeah, I feel like the longing energy is still there. Like it's still there, but we're cutting the, I do feel that it's moving away. I feel like a lot of divine feminines, especially, or whoever the awakened twin is, take it as it resonates. The divine feminine, mostly though, has pretty much moved on. It was just pretty much, okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave you alone. You gotta do what you gotta do. That's cool, man. I'm gonna send you love. That's fine. You can't drain my energy anymore. You know, that hurts me. And I feel like a lot of divine feminines have kind of been holding their energy back just in general because they're afraid they're gonna be drained. You can protect your energy, okay? You don't have to hold your energy back. Your energy is needed. Okay, but you don't have to let people siphon from you. Does that make sense? Like when you control the energy, in an area, okay, like let's say this happens to me and, you know, my soulmate all the time. Like we will go somewhere and there'll be nobody, and then all of a sudden 2 minutes later, like people are just flock in behind us. It happens all the time. Okay, so you control the energy basically that's around you. You control the energy of the room. Okay, that's different than letting people literally siphon your energy off of you like a vampire. Okay, like this is why, like when I was younger, and still, I mean, I do better in malls now, but like when I was younger, I couldn't go to malls because it was like I was this, you know, and then people were just like, you know, I was like, oh my god, like I would get overstimulated. You know, now that I kind of know how to protect my energy, I can go into a crowded place and be fine now. Like it's just completely different, right? So yeah, okay, so reassurance. This I think is the main thing to remember here. And I was just talking about this, especially with Divine Feminine, like looking over the edge, ready to go. Still not quite ready. Still not quite ready to trust yet. But I really feel it's coming. You know, some of you just need reassurance that source is there. Okay, ask for a sign, ask for help. Just remember, not everything is a sign. Okay, and you know, make sure you're in your intuition, but ask for a sign. You're like, okay, I'm ready to jump source, but I need you. I know this is probably a codependency source. Let's have a conversation about it, but I just need to know that you're actually there. Show me a sign. And ask for something specific. Ask for something specific, and you will get it. Okay? It might come a couple days later, right? But ask for something specific so that way you know it's source that's talking to you. Okay? Don't say just show me a sign and then, oh, I just saw 1111, that must be a sign. Yeah, was it? Ask for something specific, okay? Wow, so the masculine energy, guess what I got? Two of Cups. Yeah, so the masculine energy, I'm telling you, the masculine energy is fully aware. They're fully aware of these connections, guys. And a lot of them are actually energetically contributing to these connections, okay? I don't feel they're siphoning off of Divine Feminine as much as they were, because a lot of Divine Feminines have walked away. They've kind of blocked their energy from that. okay, because they knew divine masculine was dependent on that energy, and it was basically draining them. So they're like, okay, you have to provide this healing on your own. I can't do this for you anymore, right? So I feel like that's happened, and a lot of divine masculines are contributing now. They're sending energy now, okay? So when you think about, you know, the energetic ring, right, going from masculine to feminine, and then feminine to masculine at the same time, you know, it was a lot of it was just feminine, right? But I feel like a lot of masculines are now contributing to the connections, which is really good. So again, you know, acknowledgement that the connection is there, the acknowledgement of the connection itself is very, very important. Okay, a lot of them just aren't. Some of them have, like, I think, not just admitted it to themselves, but come to terms with it. Does that make sense? Whether they've acted on it or not, they've come to terms with it. Okay, well, obviously, I can't stop seeing this person. This person is everywhere. I'm reminded this person all the time. Obviously, there's something here, you know. I guess I have to deal with it. That kind of thing, right? Looking at the feminine energy here, yeah, it's overcoming disappointment. This has been a big thing for Divine Feminine this year. Just overcoming disappointment in general. Like, just taking a look at your life and being thankful for the things that you have, and stop worrying about the things that you don't have, right? You know, and feeling blessed instead of feeling disappointed all the time. You know, I think this has been the biggest challenge for Divine Feminine. And I really, again, feel Divine Feminine kind of coming out of that energy, right? And looking at the connecting energies here, it's just like, you know, it feels topsy-turvy because it kind of is, right? I do feel that the energies are shifting here. I do feel that the runner is becoming the chaser becoming the runner, yada, yada. I've been feeling that since the beginning of this year. It's like energetically, it's like Divine Masculine is like, okay, so this is what I need to do now. You know, okay, so let me call in. Now, some of you are getting, like, you know, communication from your counterparts now. Some of you are getting that confirmation from your counterpart that, yeah, you're right. This is a thing. This is weird. I ran because I was scared. I don't know, you know, what I was thinking, but I can't get you. You know, the things like that. You're getting acknowledgments. Okay. Some of you are not. Okay. Some of you is coming entirely in the 5D. You know, and your counterpart has made their free will choice to not move forward with the connection right now. And then you got a plan B. Whatever. All right. Great. Okay, so messages. So masculine to feminine. That's interesting too. Feminine to masculine. A little bit of ego coming in. Okay, so what are we healing here? Yeah, I see integrity. Okay, so the things that are crumbling, let them crumble, guys. They need to. Okay, you've got to get back into your integrity. Okay, the things that you know are true. You know, the things that you acknowledge as truth because they are true. You know, and try to not get too wrapped up in you know, your illusions and all of that. I know I've been talking about that for quite a while, and most of you already know what your illusions are at this point, and that's good. But you also need to have confidence in yourself here. I think that's the main thing, is that a lot of us have lost confidence over this year because of everything that's happened, because we've lost control, because we don't know what's going to happen next. And a lot of us, the control factor is relying on what we know is going to happen tomorrow. And the fact that that has been completely ripped away from us is terrifying. You know, so we've had to kind of come into this acceptance of things, of how they are, and just and basically forcing us to go with the flow, but having confidence that everything is going to be fine. No matter how dark it gets, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Okay? All right, guys. I hope this has helped. If it has, please like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.